What is up, guys? Recently in Season of Discovery, the Sunken Temple loot was updated, so I just want to go over what's going to be your new bis going forward in P3. Starting with the helmet Visage of the Exiled, this helmet got a flat spell power change of fire and shadow by +20. This is going to be very, very clearly the bis helmet now, so you're going to be wanting to go for that. Next is Jindo's Lost Locket. This got a slight buff, and it will now be bis over the Arcane Crystal Pendant for mages. So you're going to be wanting to go for the Lost Locket. How much did it get increased? A +7 DPS increase. And that's why it's now going to be bis. Still rocking the Emerald Enchanted Spaulders. The Hex Cape is still bis with no changes. We did run for your chest piece, we did go ahead and run the data on the garments as well as the Kill to the Fallen and Tall Prophet. And it is not worth breaking your 3-set. The 3-set provides an extra % crit as well as a chance to proc a 50 DPS increase. So the 3-set is still going to be king. Your bracers, if you don't have engineering, then you're going to want the PvPs, or maybe the ones from Nomergon are pretty good as well. I like those. The cursed slime scales are good. I personally prefer the mana per 5 from the Lev's oil stains from Nomergon. So any of those bracers are going to be fine. The big item we have to talk about today is Hubris. Hubris is now bis. It got a 9 spell damage buff, putting it clearly in the lead above the Focal Sword now. And if you're doing speed runs, I think the Blade of Eternal Darkness is still king, but Hubris will provide you with more damage on bosses, etc. You're going to want to pair that with the newly buffed Drakestone of the Blood Prophet. This got a massive buff. The Drakestone of the Blood Prophet got a 7 DPS increase. It now does 14 spell damage overall. So this is going to be very much so bis, even over the staff competitor now. If you look at the staffs, the Spire of Hikari Worship says it's on top, but it's actually about 5 or 6 spell power lower overall. And the One-Hander and the Drakestone of the Blood Prophet are clearly bis. The Atali's Hexer Gloves got a buff. They're up to 25 DPS now, so these are going to be bis. I think they were already bis. The Atali Hexer Gloves got a 6 spell power increase, increasing them to 25 DPS. They were already bis, but now they're even more bis, so make sure you get those. Note, there was no changes to the rings or the trinkets. I still use the Blood Ritual Charm paired with the Breath of the Beast. And the Nightmare Trophy is still going to be bis. I believe it got a +3 spell damage change, so it's going to be way better than anything else that you can get in your wand slot. That's pretty much it for the upgrades. We had a decent bump in spell power with all the upgrades. I don't think it's going to make mages be able to compete for top DPS or anything like that over melee, but it should help. It's a step in the right direction, and I think that the Classic team is certainly taking note that casters are underwhelming in performance in comparison to melee, and they're starting to make changes. And they kind of did mess up with the loot in Phase 3 by making it not very exciting in comparison to Phase 1 and Phase 2. So they're starting to take note of all these things and trying to make corrections. So kudos to the Classic team for doing that. If you like these videos, straight to the point guides, I'm Sardako. Hit the follow button. I'll see you next time.